everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a floral design using round brushes. I am using two Amagic round brushes. They are a number 10 and a number 14. I'm also going to be using, and this brush you can actually use anything, but I just happen to use this one, but it's a number 8 Silver Black Velvet 3000S brush and a fine liner by Westonia. Once again, all the paints I'm using today are FolkArt paints. I do multi-surface and enamels. I will be using Autumn Leaves, Burnt Umber, Wicker White, Thicket, and Happy Green. So just about 5 paints, so it's pretty simple. Alright, so to begin, I have cleaned off my bottle. This is the bottle that I use for my painting videos right now. And I cleaned it, went over it with rubbing alcohol, and it's ready to go. I'm going to use the number 14 to begin. I'm just going to dip it into the Autumn Leaves and begin. Alright, so again, just a very simple design. I'm just pushing down, pulling towards the center, and just making leaves, or petals, excuse me, that go towards the center like this. You can even come up down the center if you want, just to close in that gap. It doesn't matter how many petals you have on your flowers. Just push your brush down and pull. Push your brush and pull. Just very light little strokes. And so I'm just doing like a little cluster over here. Less pressure can create just a smaller flower. That's fine. Then I'm going to do a single one over here. Now I may not be able to get as many in as I did on my paper, but I'm going to try. And I'm going to do just a couple over here. I want to make sure you can see it still. And I am a lefty, so I apologize if my hand ever gets in the way. I try to be careful with that, but sometimes it's just not possible to avoid. New to my channel, know that my designs are intended to be very simple to encourage others to be willing to give it a try, so it's not intimidating. Next thing I'm doing is sticking my brush into the Wicker White, just getting some more paint on my brush, but it's white instead of the orange. And I'm just going to come through here. Now you don't have to get all the way down. Let me do that one better. Or you can just do part of it and pull towards the center. Pull that one a little bit more. Pull that one a little bit more. Whoops. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Like that. And I just keep going back and dipping my brush into the white. And on this one I don't really reload a whole lot because I want it to not be as strong of white as I go around the flower, if that makes sense. Oops, sorry, I just hit the camera. These brushes are long-handled, so if you are not used to long-handled brushes, just know that it might take some getting used to. Because when I've painted, the most of my brushes have been just regular short-handled brushes. So it definitely was. And on glass too, there's a difference of how the paint behaves as opposed to when you're painting on paper or canvas. Just want it to be really loose. Very loose. Alright. Next thing I'm going to do, take my fine liner. I'm going to stick the bristles into the paint. I always like to do this and just kind of pull some of the paint off. Maybe tip it into another color as I'm going. And then I'm just going to come through here, kind of do my, it's almost like doing a sketch, but doing my, where I think the stem is going to come out of. Just pull them like that, very easy. And then I like to go over them just so that they have some more color to them. You could actually even use more than 2 colors, or you honestly don't even have to use green. I just typically, I like my thicket, so I typically will use that. And then I am going to come up here and just do some little pulls, and again, I'm sorry if my hand is in the way. There we go. Come like that. And always remember, the thicker you put your paint on, the more durable and lasting it's going to be. If you put it on too thin, it is at risk of just, you know, scratching right off. So please keep that in mind. I have a little ridge down here, that's why it's separated like that. But it's okay. You're going to find that once I start painting the leaves, it doesn't really matter. Alright, so I'm going to pick up the 10, the number 10. And on this, I'm going to cover the bristles with the thicket, stick the tip of the brush into the happy green, and I'm going to do the type of leaves where I touch and I pull away from the stem, even though I'm using a round brush. And I will just come through and put them where I see I need them. And then just keep adding more paint as I go. You can cross them over. It doesn't have to be precise. I think they're pretty. I like doing the leaves where I pull them away from the stem. With a round brush. Very pretty. And you'll see you can do, you know, some short leaves or long leaves, just a combination, a mixture. It's all good. And then I can come over here, even though I don't have a stem drawn, I can come over here and just look at it and say, oh, I need a couple coming in that direction. And I can even hang down. You can even have one that crosses over like that. You don't have to have leaves all over the place, but I'm a leaf person. As I've told you many times, when you watch my videos, you're going to get a lot of leaves most of the time. All right, coming back to the liner and just repeating what I've done before. This time I'm going to go back in and add little stems or veins, whatever you want to consider them. But I'm also going to just kind of do some wigglies in between, you know, on the branches and that type of thing, just so it's not just all straight. And just kind of gives a little bit more interest. It can be dark, light, combination of both. And just keep in mind too, leaves don't always have to be green, even though that's primarily what I do. But they don't have to be. We'll come in here. And again, I just want to be a little loose. All right. Thanks for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. And feel free to give it a try. I hope that you're trying these very simple designs and intentionally. And then these little guys over here, I can just do quick little, and you can always pull little pieces out from the stem. You don't have to put anything on them, or you can actually pretend that these are flowers that are kind of coming up, you know, from it. Whatever you want to do. Alright, so the one last thing I'm going to do, put the centers in. I'm going to put this brush that the black and white brush. It's actually a watercolor brush. I never follow the rules. Alright, and I'm just going to take it and just pounce or tap in the centers. Very loose centers. And you'll see here in a minute. No dry time was given to any of this. And if you have, you know, the Deerfoot Stippler, if you have a scruffy brush, you can do your centers with those very easily. Alright, so I did that. Now I'm going to come back and I'm just going to tap it into the white. And then I'm just going to come in here and just lightly tap. Tap. I'll come back over it here in just a minute. And I'm going to do that with these guys. Just going to tap it in. And you can always add more color if you feel the need. And that's up to you. But there you go. Just very easy. Alright, I hope you liked this video. We're done. Again, very simple. If you do like it, give me a big thumbs up. New to my channel, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. And prior to leaving, please take a moment to share this video on your social network with all your family and friends. I would greatly appreciate it. I am trying to grow my channel. Until the next time, please stay safe and healthy.